You said in reaction to hotter than expected inflation data, gold rose $18, closing near $1,850 per ounce. It's the highest level in 5 months. But while Bitcoin initially pumped to a new all-time high, close to 69,000, the ensuing dump sent it tumbling 8.5% back below 63,000 at the low.
The point I was making, Anthony, the point I was making,
you're squirming,
is that gold actually reacted to higher inflation by going up. Bitcoin reacted to it by going down. Now, what happened initially is I think some of the whales that want to unload Bitcoin, the minute they saw that hot print, they're like, okay, let's buy some Bitcoin and try to get some excitement around this inflation number. Gold's going up. Let's make Bitcoin go up. And they come in there and they buy and they get people, oh, you see, even my son got excited. Look, Dad, look at Bitcoin going up on the inflation numbers, right? So they got all this excitement. And as soon as they got the herd all excited, then they dumped it, right? They took advantage of the pump and they came out big time selling their Bitcoin and it went crashing down. So I think the whole initial move up was all a manipulated attempt to unload Bitcoin. It wasn't like, you see, Bitcoin is reacting to the inflation. Bitcoin's got nothing to do with inflation. It's not an inflation hedge. It's not a commodity. It's not a real asset. It's just a risk asset, and it goes up when people want to buy it. It doesn't have anything to do with inflation. It doesn't have anything to do with other commodities. It doesn't have anything to do with the gold. But obviously, that's part of the story. That's part of the phony narrative that's used to generate demand for Bitcoin, is that it's gold. But they were able to manipulate it up. But the fact that it got killed so strongly shows you that there were people that were waiting to sell that spike. And I think the people who sold it are the same people who helped create it. Now, maybe they didn't use the same wallets. Maybe they have some wallets where they buy and then they have other wallets where they dump. But it seemed to me that that's exactly what was going on.
All right. Last question for you, and then we got to go. We got other things to do. You were late, so, I got all kinds of...
I wasn't late. You didn't send us the link.
No, I sent you the link 6 times. Are you changing anything about your portfolio after the CPI print yesterday?
No, I mean, my portfolio went up, although,
$18.
Interestingly, the dollar went up. And again, that shouldn't be happening. The dollar had a big up day yesterday on the CPI, which, of course, inflation lets you know that the dollar is losing value. So the fact that the dollar is losing purchasing power faster is not bullish for the dollar, it's bearish. But again, the currency traders bid up the dollar because they expect the Fed to successfully fight off inflation. They're wrong, as I said earlier. So, but I'm short the dollar in that all of my investments are international. So I have all my stuff in Asia and Europe and Australia, New Zealand, South America. So I got these foreign assets, but by and large, most of my foreign stocks were up yesterday, even as the U.S. market was down. But the biggest winners were the gold stocks. They're all up again today. But now, some of my copper stocks and are having a bigger days today than my gold stocks. I also have a lot of energy exposure. I have a lot of assets that I think are going to be real inflation hedges. That's why I don't own any Bitcoin. I don't think Bitcoin is an inflation hedge, even though some people think it is. I think I look at Bitcoin like any of these other overpriced meme stocks. I mean, they can keep going up so long as the crowd is going to believe the story. But eventually, reality sets in. I'm just not smart enough to know when.